What is going on, guys? It is your boy Tropical NHL back here today for a brand new YouTube video. So today we are gonna make my projected lines for the opening night in October 13th at Toronto against the Maple Leafs. So that's why I'm on NHL 22, because it's easier for me just to show what my projected lines are looking like. I'm in franchise mode. I made all the modifications and roster management and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get right into it. Well, my first line is pretty simple. It's basically the Slavkov Zuki line, like Lego Rocks 99 says. It's kind of funny how their names add up to make Slavkovsky's name, but anyways. So yeah, Caulfield, Suzuki, and Uri Slavkovsky on their first line. I think they complete each other pretty well. We still haven't seen what their chemistry is gonna look like, but Slavkovsky's been training for a while with Nick Suzuki, so they probably will be able to be fine. We will just have to see if Cole Caulfield can fit into that, but I have no doubt that they could be a really good line. Caulfield having a nice shot, Slavkovsky having the skills and the power, and Nick Suzuki having the passes, the defensive style. So it could be really interesting to see, and I'm 100% sure that Martin St. Louis is going to start the season with that line just to see how they do. So for my second line, I have Jonathan Drouin if he's able to play. I know that Kent Hughes said that he wasn't sure, but it's most likely. It's different for Byron and Monahan because I don't think that they're going to start. I think he said they will probably play in the first few weeks, so I haven't put them in the lineup. But yeah, second line is Jonathan Drouin, Kirby Dach, and Josh Anderson. I think that they can play pretty well together. I wanted Kirby Dach to play with Josh Anderson because they're both big guys, and I think that Josh Anderson could probably help Kirby Dach develop his physical play since he's a really physical guy. And Jonathan Drouin, just with his vision, playing with two guys that are big and that are going to go, he will just need to find some space and then wait for the puck, and then bang! Jonathan Drouin making the play, making the big play for the Canadiens. So I think that this line could be pretty nasty for a second line. And yeah, and I think that it could be really helpful for Kirby Dach to play with Anderson and a guy like Drouin that has a really good vision. Third line is kind of a weird one because I feel like all those players on the third line are going to be probably traded before the end of the season. Evgeny Dadonov that got acquired in the Shea Weber trade. So yeah, I think that he will do pretty good. He scored 20 goals last year with the Vegas Golden Knights. He got 20 assists. So I expect him to score some goals and have some points. They probably are going to be able to get a decent return from him at the trade deadline. He's probably going to get a lot of interest by other teams at that time of year. Christian Devorak, I think that he's going to bounce back. He's probably going to have a way better season than what he got last year. I don't expect him to get 60 points like some people thought when he got traded to Montreal. The guy isn't a 60-point guy. He will get 40 at best. And Mike Hoffman's the same thing. I think that if he does well, he could interest a lot of teams coming at the end of the season. He's probably going to get traded in the summer if he does well, like before the draft or in draft day. So yeah, Mike Hoffman needs to score some goals. If he does, he will get his value up because that's what Mike Hoffman does. I think that all three of those players playing together, they have a lot of things to prove. They have to prove that they have some value to go back to play in a competitive team and compete for a Stanley Cup. So I think that they're going to do well together. Dadonov makes some great passes. Devorak has like the two-way style and Hoffman has a shot. So it's like a wish version of the first line with less skills and pure talent, but I think that they could do really well. For my fourth line, I'm kind of sad because like Brendon Gallagher's on the fourth, but I don't see him in front of Mike Hoffman and in front of Josh Anderson and in front of Slavkovsky. So for now, he's on the fourth line. I haven't put Joel Armia in the lineup. I think that he's the extra guy. I think that he's most likely to get traded for nothing much. So yeah, my fourth line, Rem Pitlick, that could have a really decent season. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being on the top 6 at the end of the year because this guy is really good. I think that he has top 9 potential at least. He's going to be really good. A guy playing on the PK, can play on the power play. So yeah, really good depth option for the Canadiens in the future, that's for sure. Jake Evans, you can never go wrong with Jake Evans. He's always giving his best. Probably gonna have a bigger role since Lekkonen's not here anymore, and he's the same type of player. And yeah, Brendon Gallagher is like, he's not in front of those guys. And yeah, they probably will need to trade one of those two, Henderson or Hoffman, but I would really like the Canadiens to keep Henderson. So Hoffman needs to go, Armia needs to go, and yeah, probably a lot more people because Monahan's gonna come back, Paul Byron's gonna come back, and it's kind of ridiculous how much forward they have. For the defense, I won't talk much about the defense. It's like nothing crazy, nothing too amazing. Michael Mattison with Chris Weidman, I see them making a pretty good duo. Like, Chris Weidman is really offensive, has some great hockey sense offensively, and Mattison's kind of the two-way guy. He can play offensively, but he's mostly defensive. Joel Munson with Mattison Bowie, because I think that they need to play the young guys in the AHL, like Justin Barron, Caden Goulet, and all those guys. So I think that Mattison Bowie could fit pretty well on the second pair. He's nothing good, nothing bad. He's just a really solid, decent player. And for the third pair, I have David Savar with Jordan Harris. I think that Jordan Harris has the best shot to make the team out of the young guys, because they will need one to make the team because they don't have anybody to put there. So I think that Jordan Harris is the most likely to make the team. Maybe Justin Barron, but I will go with Jordan Harris because he's left-handed. If Barron or Goulet as well, they could find themselves at Mattison Bowie's place, but yeah, I would put them in the AHL before just to see how they do. And in net, obviously, we have Jake Allen with Carey Price. Now, of course, I haven't changed it, but it's going to be either Montembeault or Caden Primo, depending on how they do in training camp. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this projected opening night lines. Put yours in the comments below. I'm really interested to seeing this. And yeah, it's been your boy Tropical Chell. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting close to 1K subscribers. I'll see you guys later for another video. Bye bye.